Okay, welcome back. This is a overview of the small patch this week for the PTS for Elder Scrolls Online, patch version 2.6.1. They did some basic fixes. They updated the templates for some consumables and various items. I'll have to look into that later. They fixed some dungeon issues, monster issues. Change the names of some boxes you get for the weekly Maw of Lockjaw, and I'm probably saying that all wrong. Let's see. Alliance War changes, once again accessing the third floor from the Chalman and Ash Mall gates. Fix some issues in there. Dueling, they did some more updates. I guess you can't earn any alliance points for dueling. You weren't supposed to. If you did on the PTS last week, it was a bug and they fixed it. Invites for a duel can no longer be offered to a resurrecting player character, so you can't just keep spamming the invite while they're not even ready yet. Weapons. This is the only weapon they changed for the Destruction Staff Ultimate. Impulse fixed an issue where rank 1 of this ability could not critically strike, so that's not an ultimate right there, but Elemental Storm is the ultimate. Looks like they've reworked it. So they've decreased the length of time for the ultimate to 6 seconds from 10 seconds and doubled the damage done per hit. Icy Rage will now immobilize targets affected by the storm instead of granting a 100% chance to apply a chilled effect. Fiery Rage now deals 10% additional damage instead of granting a 100% chance to apply burning. And Thunderous Rage now increases the ability's duration by 2 seconds instead of granting a 100% chance to apply concussion. So I'm going to switch over to screen and see what that looks like because I had this up. So the base damage, again, this is the PTS template, full champion points, and with the champion points slotted and bestie gear. So the numbers here are going to be high and probably just information for the PTS, and it may not go live. So just wanted to continue to put that disclaimer out. So the base one now does create a cataclysmic storm at a target location that builds for 2 seconds, then lays waste to all enemies in the area, dealing 5,768 magic damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. And this is not a magical build, so that number, that might be different on a high elf than it is going to be on this Imperial Stamina build. So the first morph, Elemental Rage, create a cataclysmic storm at the target location that builds for 2 seconds and, lays waste to the enemies, dealing magic damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. Gains a new effect depending on your staff type. So that was already previously read. So I have the Storm. The storm is cast above you instead and follows you wherever you move, so alright, so Elemental Rage basically is the one that they changed because this is the one where depending on your staff type, it does a different effect. And then the other morph, I have the Storm. The Storm is cast above you instead and follows you wherever you move. But it says nothing about different types of staves. So, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. 5,768 magic damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. That's a good amount of damage. So this one, the Elemental Rage, is the one that is a target. And then Eye of the Storm follows above you. Elemental Rage has different effects depending on the type of your staff. And Eye of Storm does not mention anything about that, so interesting. Okay, so that's the only change to any of the weapon ultimates, and there was another couple of changes that was interesting. Soul Strike. This is new. This was not in the previous patch. So Soul Magic, Shatter Soul Strike Morph, increase the explosion damage by 50%. And Soul Strike. This ability can no longer be purged or interrupted, but can now be blocked. You will now be immune to CC while channeling this ability. Increases the damage of this ability by 15%, and this ability now prevents your target from entering stealth and invisibility for 2 seconds. So, let's have a look and see what that is, because this is an often overlooked skill line. I think once you get your passives and you automatically fill up soul gems, not very many people play with this. So Soul Strike is the ultimate for this skill line, Soul Magic. And you level this Soul Magic by doing the main quest line from the beginning. Soul Strike. Burn enemy from the inside with Soul Fire, dealing 29,934 magic damage over 2.8 seconds and reducing movement speed by 70%. Enemies affected by this ability are revealed for 2 seconds and may not enter stealth or invisibility. And the morphs. Soul Assault. Burn enemy from the inside with Soul Fire, dealing 39,912 magic damage over 3.9 seconds and reduces movement speed. The new effect is increased channel duration by 1 second. So you're getting more damage over time and more of this reduced movement speed. Shatter Soul. Enemies affected by this ability are revealed for 2 seconds and may not enter stealth or invisibility. If the target is killed, it explodes for 9,241 magic damage to nearby enemies. So there's still a channel. You can still move while you're using this, but it does a lot of damage, but it's still a channel. So I really haven't seen a lot of people using this, but they might now. This updated ability to reveal stealth targets and prevent them from going back to stealth might be useful for PvP. I don't know. It seems to me like I'm not quite sure why they would make this change. Maybe somebody requested it, but I haven't seen too many people using it. So we'll see if it's going to start getting used now. I think a lot of this update for 1 Tamriel is trying to revive some of the skill lines, some of the things that people are not using as much. So that's probably why they've changed this. And Snakeblood now properly reduces the durations of negative effect potions once more. Changed names of the Skirmisher's Bite set so that the new name is now Cinch's Bite, and the Necromancer set is now called the Robes of the Withered Hand. So that's about it. So just a couple of skill changes, and then I'm gonna have to make a new template because they might have updated the template offerings. I was missing the jewelry box. I can't find it, so I'll test out another PTS character and see what's in the bag for us now. Anyway, thanks for watching.